Of course, this being Sunday, the House of Commons isn't sitting today and, in fact, isn't sitting this week. But that does not mean the Senate scandal is going away anytime soon. The RCMP and the Auditor General have more questions for people in the Prime Minister's office about how much they knew regarding the inappropriate expense claims of Pamela Wallin, Patrick Brazo, and Mike Duffy. The CBC's senior correspondent, Terry Molesky, has more from Ottawa.
The story from here isn't really about the Senate or the senators. It's about the Prime Minister and the Prime Minister's office. It must be a great relief for the Prime Minister to realize that he's got a week away from the daily drip-drip torture by Thomas Mulcair, showing Canadians repeatedly every day that the Prime Minister is unable or unwilling to answer certain questions about particularly the Nigel Wright-Mike Duffy affair. Questions like why the staffers who allegedly kept the Prime Minister in the dark about the scheme to pay Duffy's expenses, why are they still on the payroll, and why, which version is true, for example, the version of Senator Irving Gerstein, the chairman of the Conservative Fund, who says that he never considered having the fund pay Duffy's expenses, or Nigel Wright's version, who told the police that no, Gerstein only said no when he found out how high the bill was. And another question, why did the Conservative Fund run by Gerstein actually pay Duffy's legal expenses? What were those legal expenses for? PMO says, well, it was something to do with the audit. Duffy says, no, it was for negotiating guarantees from the PMO that if he did pay his expenses, he wouldn't be deemed guilty and booted out of the Senate. So there's a lot more to know about this. In particular, did the PMO coach Duffy to lie about the source of the $90,000 to pay off his expenses? And all of that is being dug into very thoroughly, it seems, by the RCMP, which now has a pile of hundreds of emails from Duffy and the PMO about these shadowy arrangements. And they're investigating basically whether the Prime Minister's office engaged in a scheme to bribe a senator to do what the government wanted, pay the money back, keep your mouth shut, and not talk to the media about it. So we now are waiting, break or no break, to see which way the RCMP decides to go.
Right.
Can they prove that case?